Hello there, welcome back to my bench. Hugh here. I know it's been quite a while before since I've done a fly tying video, but I'm trying to get in as much fishing as I can. Lost a while back, and also I had to get a new tripod for my camera, so I decided to do one for you today, and I'm going to tie up a fly that I've been using, and the hatch has been going on lately where I fish, and I've been catching a lot of trout on this little guy. I'm not sure if I've done this fly before. I think I might have way back in my first videos, but I decided to give it another whirl for you this time. It's the sulphur parachute. A nice little fly to match the hatch. I tied it from a size 12 down to an 18, and this guy is on a 14. So we'll get him a device, a fresh hook in, and I'll get started here. And the hook is mustad 94840, standard dry hook, size 14. We'll clamp him down the vise here. There we go, and I'm using Danville Flymaster thread in a sulphur yellow 6/0. So we'll start right behind the eye here with hook eye length. Then I'm going to wrap back about halfway on the shank, snip off that tag end, and then we'll come back halfway ahead once again and stop our thread there. And the wing is some cream colored antron yarn, and I cut off a section of that for the wing, so we'll tie that in on top, pinch loop it down here, come down with another pinch loop, snug it down like so, and then we're going to wrap back on that, go about halfway back, and then I'll trim that off a little bit on an angle there, just like so. Then we'll move our thread back ahead to the back of the wing, lift the wing up, and we're going to wrap in front of that wing, just to force that to stay up for us, just like so. Now a little trick I use to make it easier to wrap your thread up to wrap your thread on the post is I take a little bit of my Solarez UV resin here, just a little tiny drop on my dubbing needle, and what I'll do is take it and go right at the very base of where you're going to be wrapping your hackle, just like so. Then just hold that, bring in your light, just give it a quick cure, just like so. There we go. Sorry about that, I didn't mean to face the light in your eyes. Now that'll make it much easier to wrap that hackle post when it comes time. Okay, next I'll attach my hackle, and I got a light blue dun hackle ready to attach here, and we're going to tie that in and tie it up on the post right in front of the post, and wrap back till you're right against it, and then you're going to wrap up the post around the hackle as well, just like so. And that makes that much easier, putting that little bit of resin on there, and a much neater job of posting the wing, and much more durable as well. Then we'll come back down, and there we have it. I'm not sure if you can see that good there, but just getting used to this new tripod, sorry about that. Okay, now I'll snip that little tag end off here of the hackle stem, snip him out, there we go, and there's our hackle tied to the post. So I'll raise that up a little bit there so you can see that a little bit better. There we go. Okay, next I'm going to move our thread back to about where the bend starts here. Now I'm going to take a little ball of dubbing. I have my sulphur dubbing that I mixed together myself. It's a little bit of orange and yellow dubbing mixed together. Matches the insects that I'm trying to match where I fish. So we'll make a little ball of dubbing here, a little bit of wax on the thread. You don't need a lot of dubbing for this, just a little pinch. It's just going to help split your tails when I put my tails on. So we'll take that little bit of dubbing and we'll wrap that and make a little ball here right at the back, just like so. There we go. Then wrap forward a few wraps. Okay, now we're ready to attach our tail, and I have some ginger colored micro fibettes, and I just want 2 for the tail, so we'll pick off 2 here, and I'll snip them off. Okay, then we're going to attach them. I want them slightly longer than the hook length itself, so I'll measure those out and tie them in on top. Just like so. There we go. Come back to that little ball of dubbing and put a jam wrap right against it, and that'll split your tails. Now what I'll do to keep those split is we're going to pull them apart a little more, and then come in with the thread and make one wrap in behind the far side, then the near side, and down, and then once more, and around, and that should keep your tail split for you, just like so. I'm going to wrap forward, wrap those fibettes down, snug wraps, and come in and snip off the excess, just like so. Okay, now we're ready to dub our body, and we use some more wax on the thread here. And I'll come in with some more of my sulphur dubbing. Okay. And you want to get a little taper on the body, of course. Just a little small amounts at a time. It's much easier that way to dub the thread. And a little bit more here. Okay, now we'll wrap this guy on here. Come back a little bit, and we want to first wrap right in front of our tail here, like so. Just like that. And start to work forward and form a slight taper as we go here. Just like so. We're going to need some more dub. A little more wax. And pull out some more dubbing here. Okay. Just enough to form the thorax here, so we're going to come around and around again. There we go. Okay, that looks good. Now we want our thread to be on the far side of the hook and let it hang. Let your thread hang right on the far side. Okay. I'll trim a few extra fibers sticking out here. Okay, now we're ready to wrap our hackle. Now, before I wrap my hackle, also for durability, I'll take a little bit of Solares once again. Just a little drop on my dubbing needle. And I'm going to just put it on that post. Right on the thread wraps. Before I wrap the hackle, just like so. Now I'll take my rotating pliers here, and we'll grab the end of that hackle. Okay. And we'll grab him there, and we're going to begin to wrap. Okay. Make our first wrap right at the top here. Once we get it started, we'll be good. Okay. And just wrap it down, work it down, one wrap right in front of the next, right down the post, just like so here. I don't like to overly hackle these because I like them to set nice and flat on the surface film, even down in the surface film a little bit. Now bring your thread back up around and go right underneath that hackle and make one wrap. You can just wiggle it a little bit so it doesn't trap down your hackle. I like to go 3 wraps around the base. Then what we're going to do is I'm going to bring my thread down and jump over top of that eye, right in front of the eye here. Make 2 to 3 wraps. Let my thread hang right behind the eye. Then we got our hackle tip here, so what you do is come in with your scissors, really easy like, and just snip that out. Just like so. There we go. Now there's our hackle wrapped. So next thing to do, I'll bring in my whip finisher, and we'll come around. I'm going to lift up on that hackle just a bit, nice and easy, and make 3 to 4 wraps here. Come in, snug that down. There's our whip finish. Pull on that nice and snug. Come in and trim off my excess thread, just like so. Okay, now you remember I put the Solares on the post there, so now what I'll do position my wing where I want it, check my hackle, make sure it looks good. Get any stray fibers out of there. Like that one right there. Just pull him out if I can get a hold of him. There we go. Okay, that looks good. Now I'll bring in my light, and once I cure that where I put the resin on the post, it's going to lock that hackle on the post really good. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, only takes a couple seconds. There we go. So you never have no trouble with that hackle coming off the post if you do it. Use that method for before you wrap your hackle. So I'm just going to trim the wing to length here, like so. Just take it and fan those fibers out a little bit, and I'm just going to pop them out of the vise for a second because I want to trim that wing to the shape I want. Just going to cut it down on an angle slightly so it looks more like the wing of a dun. There we go. Pop them back in here. Whoops. Get in here, buddy. Okay, there we go. So there we have it. There's another size 14 sulphur parachute. And like I say, that hatch is going on right now down the river where I fish, and I've been doing very well with it. So that's why I thought I'd tie this guy up for you. Now I'm going to try to get a close-up here for you. I might have to adjust the focus a little bit once I bring it in. It doesn't look too bad there. But anyway, that's all there is to it. Sulphur done parachute. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and now that I got my tripod, and I'll probably be making a few more videos, but still trying to fish when I get the time. So, and if you like this tutorial and you haven't subscribed yet, go and hit that subscribe button and you'll see my future videos. And I want to thank you very much for watching, like always. And hope everyone's having good luck out there fishing, and happy tying, everyone. And I'll see you again soon. So long for now, folks.